Hey everyone, welcome to the Darago Show. We're back in Forza Horizon 4 to do some tuning, upgrades, and to show you guys all those new body kits they just added in this game. And also to give you guys the full car list at the end of the video. So right now I'm buying the 1982 Porsche 911, one of my favorite cars in the game. And I'll be putting a RWB body kit on it, and also doing a little bit of tuning. You guys will also get to see some of the new engine swaps they've added to the game as well that have been carried over from Forza 7 and are new from Forza Horizon 3. So here you guys can see the 4-liter flat 6 and the 3.6-liter twin turbo from the newer Porsches. And I went with the twin turbo one to see how that was. Here is the RWB wide body kit. In Horizon 3 they only had one kit, I believe, and that was for the 911 GT2, but they've added several more for Porsches, including this one, which I'm a huge fan of. A couple different wing options here. I went with the plain white one just for aesthetic. They've also added a bunch of new tire compounds, including drag radials, and changed how off-road tires work. Now all cars get rally tires, and all bigger SUVs and specific off-road vehicles get off-road tires, which are automatically switched to snow tires when the snow season hits. As far as wheels go, there's no new wheels, all the same wheels you guys have seen from Horizon 3 and Forza 7. As far as other upgrades go, they're mostly the same. You guys will get to see what track width upgrades are later in the video. And also suspension has been slightly changed. So there's still street, sport, race, and now there is drift. And drift suspension automatically sets it up with the correct camber settings for drifting, which is super cool. And you guys will get to see in the car pack drift specific cars that have already been perfectly set up for it, which are super fun to use. I've used them a couple times already. The basket system is also back from Forza Horizon 3, which I really missed in 7. So you can add all your upgrade parts into one basket and it shows you the price that it'll cost, and then you get to buy that all at one time, which streamlines everything nicely and makes it a little easier to upgrade stuff, so it's not one part at a time. Now I'm going to go through and do a little bit of tuning. All the tuning is the same from Forza Horizon 3. They haven't changed anything. Forza 7 had a couple more options, and I'm not entirely sure why they didn't just carry that one over, because I like that one a little bit better. Now I'm going to do a build of one of the first cars you can get, the 2017 Focus RS, which probably has one of the most insane looking body kits you can put on any of the cars in this game. This thing is absolutely ridiculous, as you guys will see in a second. As far as paint schemes go, it's pretty similar setup to Forza Horizon 3. You get the choice of schemes other people have made, or you can go through and pick your own color or make your own design. So when you get to the car, you can go through Forza Vista at your house like this and turn on the lights, open the hood. You can open all the doors, the hatch, and everything, and even go inside the car and look around, which is super cool. You can see all the inner details of the cars, which just look phenomenal now. So once you're inside, you can either just look around and enjoy the car, you can change your horn, or you can go out and drive straight from here. So now I'm going to put that insane body kit on this car. Currently there's only one engine swap for this car, unfortunately, which is a 6.2 liter V8. That's come through from Forza Horizon 3, but here is that wild body kit. Look at how wide this thing is. probably one of the most insane in the game. And I think it's a little bit based off of, if not entirely based off of, the Focus rally car that you can drive in this game as well. Up next, guys, we have the Durango SRT, which has one of the off-road specific kits designed by the Forza team. And these things are pretty wild. It makes off-road vehicles look a lot cooler. You can see here, it raises them, automatically gives them rally suspension, and raises them up a lot, and then you get these huge fenders on them. They also have a couple more upgrades that you can put on them to make them even more rally inspired. Here I'm going through the engine swaps, pretty typical ones, nothing new on this one. Then over to the front bumper, we put a massive guard on it, or the standard Forza lip. Standard Forza wing, nothing crazy there, but then you can do the light bars on the top, which looks sick. Quite a few SUVs that you can now do this to, which is super cool. It gives them just a little more of a fun touch. Also, here is where you can get off-road race tire compound, which is slightly different than the rally compound. These also switch from this type to a snow tire when the seasons change. I'm going to modify a 97 BMW M3. Here I'm putting the Rocket Bunny kit on it, which was carried over from Horizon 3, but they've added a new engine swap to this car, which is the 4-liter V8 from the E92 2008, I believe, BMW, which I'm going to put in it. I love all these new engine swaps because they just give you a lot more options and character to each car. Speaking of that 2008 M3, next up I'll show you guys the body kit that you can put on that one, which is also really good looking. I'm actually going to be taking off of the car to show you the difference when you take it off and how much it actually lowers the car's point value because of how wide you can make those tires. I'm glad that these body kits aren't just aesthetic. You can actually get good benefit out of using them on the cars that have them. So now I'll show you guys another one of the cool features that they've added to this specific game in the Escort RS Turbo. You can change the track width of both the front and rear tires on it, which you'll see here. It's really nice for getting a nice flush look in all your cars. Some of them with the body kits, the wheels don't sit flush with the fenders. So right here you can see how much you can actually change in and out the front and rear of the car to get that perfect fitment for all your guys' builds. Next we'll go through the entire car list, starting with the Car Pass cars, which are going to be coming up soon. I'm not sure when exactly, but they have a couple of those. And then on to DLC cars for people who bought the Ultimate Edition. So here are all the Bond cars from all the Bond movies. And the Formula Drift cars, which I've used the Viper so far, and it's a ton of fun. Those are a really cool addition to this game. Here's the full car list. They've added a couple new cars from Forza Horizon 3. Not quite as many as Forza 7, but one of those being the Warthog. You can now just buy that car. A lot of similar cars, but there are a few more British cars, such as the Austin Healey's, the Type D Auto Union car, that 8-liter Bentley, which I'm excited to buy, even though it's 1.5 million credits. Another fan favorite, the Isetta 300 from BMW, an absolutely ridiculous car. Another new one, the Type 35 BMW. A lot of older race cars they've added to this game, which is cool that they've carried over from Forza 7. I personally like driving those, even though they're pretty hard to drive. As far as new Ferraris go, the F50 GT is no longer a DLC car, as you can see there, and the F40 Competizione is back too, which is one of my favorites in S1. A couple new Fords too, some new rally cars. There's the drift pack right there. course, the Hoonigan cars. And you guys will know this, there is no Toyota or Mitsubishi in this game. Forza hasn't really stated why they aren't in the game, but it doesn't look like they will be at any time, which is pretty unfortunate. Those are some of my favorite cars to drive. Couple new McLarens, the Senna and the 720S. Of course, the Unimog and the racing truck from Forza 7. The Morgan Aero Super Sports, another new one that I'm looking forward to trying. There's a ton of Porsches now. That race car right there is new, and a couple other ones. Another fan favorite, the Gurkha, and here's all that they had from Toyota, unfortunately. There's also a couple new Volkswagens, including those two Desert and Baja variants. The Volvo Iron Knight, which is another racing truck. Alright guys, that does it for the car list. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and like. Stay tuned for the next video on perks and skill trees.